Hey everyone, welcome back to the Magic Commander. Today, as you have seen in the thumbnail, Ruric Thar The Unbowed Commander deck tag. It's a real fun deck if your opponent wants to play spells, non-creature spells to be exact. It deals 6 damage to them. Even though we play non-creature spells, we mainly want to ramp because look at this, 6 CMC is a lot. So let's get right into it with a bunch of creatures. We use a lot of them. Let's start off with Sakura Tribe Elder. We can sacrifice it, search our library for basic land, put it into the battlefield tapped. What I mainly like to do, play Sakura Tribe Elder, use it as a blocker, before damage, sacrifice it for basic lands. Next up, Druid of the Cowl. It's ramp. Then we have Scab Clan Mauler with Bloodthirst 2. You can put 2 +1/+1 counters on it if an opponent was dealt damage this turn. And it has trample, starts out as a 1/1. Rubblebelt Raiders. Whenever Rubblebelt Raiders attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each attacking creature you control. More Swarmy type thing. Then we have Grumgully the Generous. Each other non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Gore Clan Rampager. It's a big beefy boy. Of course, Birds of Paradise. Ramp. Elvis Visionary. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Grim Lavamancer. Thunder Shaman. It has menace basically, and whenever Thunder Shaman deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. So kind of a small removal. Then we have Borbor Guillemot's Trample. Whenever Borbor deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Burning Tree Shaman. Whenever a player activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Burning Tree Shaman deals 1 damage to that player. Next, Keeper of Progenitus. Whenever a player taps a mountain, forest or plains for mana, that player at 1 mana. Of that land type, of course. Tectonic Giant, because I like Tectonic Giant. Kinda acts as removal, can do a lot of damage. Here we have a Miscut, Bane of Progress. We all know what he does. Savage Born Hydra, double strike, enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. And X, you can see it costs 1. Green and red, and then X in his casting cost. Ravager Worm, really powerful creature. Spore Mount enters the battlefield. Whenever a land enters the battlefield on your control, put a 1/1 green sapling creature token onto the battlefield. Rumbling Slum. At the beginning of your upkeep, Rumbling Slum deals 1 damage to each player. Rampaging Baylords, we all know that one. Skargon Pit Skulk. Here we have Zuta Druid. It's all a ramp, but as you can see, I bought the guild kit and upgraded it. Here we have Prime Ordeal Sage. Zutar Goblin's always fun. Elvis Mystic, do some ramp. Burning Tree Emissary. It's basically a free card. This is a nice one. It's Vexing Devil. When Vexing Devil enters the battlefield, any opponent may have it deal 4 damage to them. If a player does, sacrifice Vexing Devil. Llanowar Elves. Annex, Hardened in the Forge. Clan Guild Mage. Wasteland Viper, it has Dead Touch and Blood Rush. A well-known card, Farhaven Elf. Norin the Wary. Gilded Goose. And a Rubble Hulk for the creatures. Then next up we get instants and sorceries. We run a bunch of those. We have Fast Seek, Rampant Growth, Kodama's Reach, all to ramp, Hunting Wilds, Harmonize, a green draw spell, Savage Twister, deals X damage to each creature. We have Hull Breach for a green and a red. Choose one, destroy target artifact or destroy target enchantment, or destroy target artifact and target enchantment. Animist Awakening. We have Magmatic Insight, draw cards. Explosive Vegetation. Artifact Mutation. Gruul Charm, really good card. Return of the Wild Speaker. This card, I think, will go up in value and playability over time. Closing Grip. There I dropped the cards. Things happen. Here we have Pit Fight, Early Harvest, and Harrow. Now we have some artifacts and enchantments. I really like to use those. We like to ramp, so we have a Signet. We have a Prophetic Prism, Swiftfoot Boots to hit really fast, Sword of the Animist, buffs our creature, and if it deals damage, we find lands. Amber Cleave to finish it off, Rides of Flourishing, Gaia's Touch, Predatory Hungry, Asceticism, Rhythm of the Wild, Cinder Vines. And for the lands, very basic, it's a 2-color, so no fancy lands. We have an Oran Reef, the Vastwood, Castle Amrit, Opal Palace, Band Panorama, Command Tower, Gruul Guildgate, Temple of Abandon, Stomping Ground, Gruul Turf, and we have different forests. We have 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14 forests, and 3, 6, 9, 10, 13 mountains to round up the deck. Ruric Thar The Unbowed. I also have a werewolf version of the deck. If you would like to see that one, let me know in the comments down below. Also, or if you have additional cards that I should play in the deck, also let me know in the comment down below. Next deck profile might be this one, Vito Torn of the Dusk Rose, because 1, I love Vampire Tribal. I love to gain life, and if I can combine my favorite tribe with my favorite ability, let's just do it. Maybe a little tip for the people. This card right now, people are all looking at double masters for making money as an investment. I think long term this will be a great pickup. Right now prices are low, so Just a little bonus tip right there. So let me know if you had to pick for next deck profile, Riz the Redeemed or Vito of the Tusk Rose. Let me know in the comments down below.